Hi, welcome to another video podcast. This one we're not actually going to be using the Active Inspire software at all. I'm going to imagine that you've already got some PowerPoints and that you don't think there's any benefit in bringing them into Active Inspire. And I think we have to be clear here. The reason we've got the boards in the room is to allow us to teach more effectively. And we don't have to spend a lot of time moving a PowerPoint into Active Inspire if that's not going to provide any educational benefit, because the boards will benefit students even if you're just using your existing PowerPoints, either unmodified or with limited modification. Hit F5 so the PowerPoint is running, and just within the PowerPoint program itself, you may or not have noticed there's some little icons which occur if you go over them with the mouse or the pen if you're acting at the board. If I click on there, you've got three types of pen. For example, I'll just use the felt tip pen, that's the middle one, and that just is enough to allow you to use the pen on the board to maybe emphasize some text, just to add emphasis. It might be that you decide that it would be useful to have some interaction with your group, and that you make sure that you leave space in your presentations. Just modify maybe some blank pages or some merely title pages in your presentations, and then you can start to write on the board. I find writing with the mouth very difficult. Some comments from your students just to make the lesson a bit more interactive. And then once you've done that, then it will ask you whether you want to keep those annotations. So if you had a long and detailed conversation with a group, you could keep those annotations and then maybe put that on the VLA so they've got a record of the work they've done in that lesson. Obviously I don't need to do that, so I'm just going to click discard. There is another way that we can work at the board without having Active Inspire open, and this I'm going to demonstrate via Word. There's a little component of Active Inspire which I will okay, here it goes. It's called Active Marker. Now once Active Marker is running, it just minimizes down here. It's just on the toolbar down here. If I now go in and open open a Word document, you'll see that within Word you've got this very small little palette of options. If I click on here, it's giving me a narrow pen. I can adjust the color of that narrow pen and the size just using these simple controls here, and then that allows me to add annotation or words or whatever to a Word document. I think the lower pen is intended for use as a highlighter, and what we're doing here is we're actually adding these are being added into our Word document. So when we save our Word document, these modifications will be present within the document if that's something you want to do. And as I understand it, these tools will work with any components of Microsoft Office. If you want to turn those tools off, you just click back here and you should go back into being able to type into the document in the normal way. The final way that you can work with other programs if you want to add annotation is using the desktop annotations tools, and that's a subject of a separate podcast. Thank you very much.